Zendaya exposes Disney's exploitation of Halle Bailey and other black actresses. Have you seen the new live-action remake of The Little Mermaid? Ever since that movie's trailer hit the airwaves, it's been the subject of significant controversy. Not necessarily because it was yet another live-action and fans were scared that it might flop, but because Disney decided to go with a black lead. It's understandable that many people were a bit weirded out by this move. For one, diversity remains a hot-button issue in Hollywood today. And Halle Bailey, the woman that Disney chose to be the lead on the project, hasn't quite made her name as an A-list actress, even though she belongs to one of the popping musical groups along with her sister Chloe. Still, there was a lot of talk about racial diversity and whether this was just a move from Disney to prove that they were more woke than any other company. Now that The Little Mermaid has finally hit theaters, the movie has continued to generate controversy after controversy over Halle's casting. And interestingly, Zendaya, a prolific actress who's had her own time with Disney, has also come out to throw some shade at the movie studio about possible exploitations, with Halle being the victim. What did Zendaya say? How have the fans reacted? Check out all the hot scoops on this topic in this video. The Little Mermaid divides fans. If you're familiar with Disney's rollout of movies recently, you'll find that the studio has been doing a lot of live-action adaptations lately, looking to find that secret sauce after the hype around MCU seems to have died down. The studio seems convinced that live-action movies are the right way to go. Still, this wasn't necessarily the most solid strategy. Disney had several live-action projects in 2018 and 2019, and they didn't exactly get the best reviews. The live-action for Aladdin, which starred Will Smith, was pretty much average.
I mean, if I take you back to Agrabah, won't people...
No. I can look totally normal.
And despite having a star-studded cast that included Beyoncé, John Oliver, Donald Glover, and Seth Rogen, the live-action Lion King remake was quite forgettable. Nevertheless, Disney continued with the remakes, and in 2022, they released the trailer for their latest remake project, The Little Mermaid. The trailer immediately sparked reactions, but not for the reasons that were mentioned earlier. Apparently, a lot of people didn't like the fact that Disney had recast Ariel, the lead character in the story, as a black woman. Remember, in the original version of The Little Mermaid, Ariel was more light-skinned. Now, Disney chose to go with a black woman, Halle Bailey, as the lead character. As soon as the trailer dropped, there were a lot of reactions. Many people were thrilled to see a woman of color being portrayed on the big screen. Well, there were also those who weren't so pleased that a black woman had been cast in the iconic role. And those people soon flooded the internet with filthy comments about Ariel and how Halle, or really any other black woman, wasn't fit to play her. Disney's sketchy racial history. Now, we could talk about these ignorant racist fans all day, but when the trailer and the movie itself eventually dropped, there was another conversation that was sparked, one that revolved around Disney and the company's treatment of black actresses. Take Sky Jackson, for instance. For those who might not know, Sky was a huge child actor who played the role of Zuri Ross on the Disney shows Jessie and Bunked. While she didn't necessarily talk so badly about her time on the shows, she was quite vocal about the issues she had with finding a hairstylist who could work with her hair.
Me working in the industry at such a young age, I went through so many stylists, even on Jessie. And not everyone knew. They knew how to do everyone else's hair, but not mine. And that's okay. So maybe natural hair just isn't their niche, and they just need to be more educated on it. But it went through a period where, like, every season, it was a new person. And I'm like, oh my gosh, when am I gonna find someone? And then finally, the last season of Jessie, I found the perfect stylist, and she went over to me at Bunked. But it was really hard because not even just working on the Disney Channel, just other sets in general, they don't really understand sometimes how natural hair works and that you can't use every product in it. But it definitely is something that is hard to deal with in the industry, but I feel like more people, especially celebrities, are speaking up about it. So I feel like the industry is changing and they are starting to respect us and hire stylists who get our natural hair, but it was a struggle for a long time.
Then there's the case of Raven Simone. If you recall, Raven was already a bona fide star, with her own Disney show called That's So Raven. The show became almost like the blueprint for popular Disney shows, and Raven herself went on to launch a pretty successful music career with the company as well. However, despite being the face of two of Disney's biggest franchises, she explained that she still had her issues with body imagery that stemmed from her time there. Raven recalled being depressed over the pressures of being on the set of That's So Raven, saying, "Even up until I got to 180 pounds, sounds on That's So Raven, you put nasty stuff in front of me, or you put images of these women that I'll never aspire to. Of course, I'm going to get depressed. Raven also explained that the people at Disney literally told her that she was too big to be doing concerts, even though she was hitting it pretty big with her music career.
Your life, through your career, the things that were said to you. Do you remember anything in particular that sort of haunts you, that someone said to you at an early age about the way you look that still affects you today?
I was too big to be doing an hour-and-a-half concert. I don't know how she can dance being that big.
Wow.
And I was like, and I still did it. I went on tour forever because it's not about your size. It's about what you have to say, if you can sing or dance, and performing. It's not about you.
Another black female actress who didn't have a great time on Disney sets was Coco Jones. Coco was featured on Radio Disney's Next Big Thing from 2010 to 2011, and on the Disney Channel's 2012 original movie, Let It Shine. But despite being pretty successful on the show, Coco doesn't necessarily remember her time on the show fondly. For instance, she explained that the channel would literally fire actresses for the simplest things.
Made a video like that, I was always taught, like, shut your mouth. Like, if you've heard something, keep it to yourself. Like, just if you talk too much, they'll cut you out and you'll be replaced by the next girl waiting in line. So keep your mouth.
And she added that the higher-ups at Disney never encouraged her to be an authentic version of herself.
The perfect example of what I was taught not to do was to be like Cardi B. Authentic and like honest and like say them brutal truths sometimes. Like, I was taught the exact opposite, like politically correct, make sure every answer doesn't offend anybody.
And then there's the story of Keke Palmer. Keke also got her big start in Disney playing the role of Mary Thomas in Jump In. However, in 2020, Keke revealed that she had pitched a show called Keke and Jamal with the executives at the Disney Channel. According to an Instagram post by Keke, the show had actually been loosely based on her life, focusing on her dreams of being an entertainer and her tight-knit family. The show was greenlit and it even had a pilot episode, but for some reason it never aired. To make things worse, Disney eventually went on to greenlight Hannah Montana, a show that had a similar storyline but with a white family. No disrespect to Miley Cyrus, but do you see a pattern here? The entire trope has left a lot of fans angry about Disney and the company's habit of casting black actresses in stories without necessarily committing to them. Sure, Halle Bailey is playing Ariel, and Yara Shahidi played Tinkerbell in Peter Pan and Wendy. But a lot of fans want to see more original stories about black princesses, not necessarily remakes where black actresses are just fixed in. Zendaya finally speaks out! With the mixed reactions that The Little Mermaid was getting, many fans were quick to point out the fact that Disney has had a bit of a sketchy history when it comes to treating its black actresses. And this time, one person who contributed to the outburst was none other than Zendaya. Pretty much everyone knows Zendaya. She's one of the most popular actresses in the industry right now, with projects like Spider-Man, Dune, and Euphoria, the latter of which has earned her 2 Emmy Awards already. However, before Zendaya became the global star that she is, not many people know that she actually started her career as a Disney girl. Between 2010 and 2013, Zendaya starred in the role of Rocky Blue on the Disney Channel sitcom Shake It Up, and she actually developed quite a large fan base over there. Shake It Up had been an instant success on the Disney Channel. It was the studio's second highest rated premiere at the time, and with Zendaya and Bella Thorne being the main stars, it quickly grew to become a classic. But while a lot of things seemed peachy in the front of the cameras, it appeared that the higher-ups at the Disney Channel weren't so supportive. For one, Bella Thorne once pointed out that the channel literally put a lot of them under pressure to be perfect girls.
Every aspect of life in general, they want to put you in a box, but specifically being with the background of that box is really, really tight and small, and it's wrapped like the most perfect present you've ever seen, and it's unattainable. It's completely unattainable, and to even think that that is something, I think that that's why a lot of people say like, oh, we're going crazy or whatever. It's not we're going crazy, it's just that we can't obtain this perfection that you think that we are, in a sense, or that we were, or that this channel made us, you know?
Right. To keep up with that identity is exhausting.
Yeah, you think that we're going crazy, but really we're just like, I can't do that anymore. I can't fake this anymore. I can't live in this character you so badly want me to.
For Zendaya, though, things went deeper. The first is the fact that she alluded to the Disney Channel literally exploiting her in her young age when she first landed a role on the show.
My number one thing that I've learned is like, and I say it all the time, is contracts. Read those contracts. When I was a kid, I thought it was boring. I was like, I don't care.
I'm an
whatever.
adult and I think it's boring, but I
It is,
need
but
to.
you have to. I never get into a bad situation anymore because I read everything. And I don't leave it up to a lawyer who I trust and are great, but I want to be able to have those conversations as an adult.
Besides the exploitation, Zendaya also apparently soon started to find out early enough that she had been getting seemingly preferential treatment at Disney over other actresses who had darker skin tones. Years later, it came to light that Zendaya had actually pitched the idea for a new show titled Casey Undercover to Disney. The show revolved around a family of color, as Zendaya wanted it to be more diverse. In an interview, she explained that she was pushing for diversity on the channel as she thought it was important for people of different ethnicities and backgrounds to see others like them on TV. However, Disney wouldn't give her the creative control she needed, and after 3 seasons on air, it was cancelled. Zendaya ended up leaving the channel altogether in 2018 out of frustration. With the terrible experiences she had, it's easy to see why she wouldn't want anyone else to work with Disney in any way. Now, when The Little Mermaid eventually hit the theaters, Zendaya was quick to show support for her friend Halle. However, according to some sources close to the actress, Zendaya still feels like Disney is still trying to exploit black actresses by pretending to be progressive while not necessarily advocating for real change or diversity in representation. The actress did celebrate Halle as a friend and the fact that another black woman is being given the spotlight and opportunity to play a Disney princess. But as the source explained, she also felt that the entire backlash about Halle's casting could have been avoided if Disney and the movie's producers had been a bit more vigilant. When you consider that Disney themselves have been enjoying a significant amount of the attention caused by the entire debacle, doesn't it seem a bit disturbing? The entire rollout of The Little Mermaid has been controversial to say the least. And while a lot of people do love the movie, there has been a lot of backlash thrown in all directions. So, what do you think? Is Disney really just being smart about their play? Are they using Halle to earn progressive points? Drop your comments in the section below and share your thoughts.